Well, here we are, vlog 15. So today left the Dead Sea and drove. It's about three and a half hour drive from the Dead Sea down to Petra. Wadi Musa is the town. Petra is obviously the historical site. So I left there this morning, headed down. I was going to go to Karak Castle, but unfortunately couldn't get in there. So I thought, that's all right, I'll go to Showback Castle. So I took a detour, went into Showback Castle, found out it was closed because, forgetting today is Friday, which is a holiday or a day of prayer. So a lot of things are shut from mid-morning to late afternoon because it's their religious day here. So Showback Castle would have been really good too. It's quite a big castle. But anyway, not to worry. Got here to Wadi Musa, or Petra. What I didn't realise is Google Maps didn't work any of the way. So getting here wasn't so bad because it's pretty straightforward. There's one road down the Dead Sea and there's one road down the middle. So I just cut across the one down the middle and just followed the signs to Petra basically. Stopped, had a bit of lunch on the way. The roads are perfect here. Absolutely fantastic, the roads. Not a lot of traffic either. 90% dual carriageway. So it's pretty good. Only thing was when I got in here to Wadi Musa, because I didn't have Google Maps, to find the hotel was going to be difficult. But in the end, I knew roughly where it was, and I knew just before it there's a restaurant called Mum's Restaurant, which is unusual for here. And I happened to see it, and I knew, and anyway, turned in, and I'm here. Got here this afternoon. Lovely place, the Edam Hotel. Really nice and modern and new, and facilities are great. So I've got 2 nights here, obviously tonight. Tomorrow, up bright and early. I've got a full day virtually. Well, I'm hoping to head into Petra about 7 a.m. after breakfast in the morning. Head in there. And spend most of the day, probably 4, 5, 6 hours, 5 hours or so in there. And then, that'll be my plan for tomorrow. So, not much to report today, just sort of a travel day by car. Garages are interesting. When you pull up, there's no, you don't get out of the car. You just tell them how much you want, but you sort of got to tell them in round numbers, like $20, $30, $10, because they just have a wad of notes. They don't have a lot of change. So if you want to fill it up, you turn the key on, and they watch the gauge go up till it's nearly full, and they they sort of round the fuel off at a even number, and then you just pay them. You don't even get out of the car. Pay them, bang, away you go. So all pretty easy. Anyway, till tomorrow.